Und damit herzlich willkommen und einen schönen Nachmittag.
So welcome and good afternoon to all our guests and all our online spectators. The Factory Innovation Award 2023 is about to happen, and I am Mark Semmler, and I will accompany you through this evening. We have some of the winners or potential winners in the audience. This is so special about this event. You don't know who the winner is yet and who the winners are. In the next 1.5 hours, we will find out. And by the way, I would like to ask our online participants or tell them that you can have an English simultaneous translation of this event. So please just switch channels, or our spectators in the audience could just get a headset and a receiver and select English as their listening language. The Factory Innovation Award is a prestigious award that is recognizing and acknowledging groundbreaking innovation, technology, and solutions in the manufacturing industry. And today it's about awarding this prize. One thing is clear: solutions for problems of our time cannot found alone, only by teamwork. And I ask you to give all our cooperation partners a big hand. Thank you very much. And with this applause, we would like to honor you. This year, we had competitions in several categories. An independent jury with high-ranking digital and industry experts determined the overall winner per category. Professor Gronau is the president of the jury and the head of the Industry 4.0 Center in Potsdam, and he has a chair for economic information science at University of Potsdam. And what makes this award so special is what Professor Gronau is about to tell us now.
Hallo und guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren.
Hello and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a huge pleasure for me to be here at Hannover Messe 2023. But I have a problem. I'm used to talk for 90 minutes without stopping, and now in 2 minutes I'm supposed to tell you what's important. I hope I succeed. My core message, ladies and gentlemen, is that software makes a factory competitive, and this is what we can see here at Hannover Messe. Software makes Germany competitive as a production location. I walked through many of these halls, talked to many exhibitors, and see software everywhere. With this award, we want to celebrate software solutions in different parts of the factory in order to show you what good and perfect examples are. In Potsdam, we have an Industry 4.0 Center. You'll hear more about that. So solutions that might not be widespread yet can be actually tested in a real factory environment. So my advice to all of you who also want to become more competitive by software: invest in 4 things. In data that are generated in your family, in your factory. Invest in your employees. Invest in quality of data, and invest in the quality of your employees. And then it will be easy to stand up to the challenges of our times: energy prices, sustainability, making factories more resilient. You now will see a number of great solutions that show us how this is possible. Well, thank you very, very much, Professor Gronau. And you're used to talk on your own for 90 minutes, and I'm on stage as well and take away your time slot. Well, we can't avoid that, I think. We will celebrate a lot. We will have a lot of fun. We will talk about a lot of new great solutions that are going to be honored today. A lot is new. The successor of the factory software of the year has now become a spectrum of different categories in order to do justice to the challenges and trends of the industry. What categories will receive awards today? Well, actually, we expanded the scope somewhat. Software usually has a very narrow focus. I'm not going to explain why, but it's about the factory, production, value added. So we have the following categories: digital transformation in the factory, BI and analytics in manufacturing. We found the best IoT solution. We want to test Industry 4.0 in practical applications. Platforms and their positive effects are going to be analyzed. The sustainable factory with respect to environmental goals is going to be tested, and the resilient factory is also important vis-à-vis some adverse outside conditions. So we have 7 categories with 22 pitches. Of course, there were more submissions. Companies were able to contribute their pitch months before, and then an independent jury selected the best candidates. And they are now here and will be presented. How does this selection process work? Well, we have a plethora of submissions from different industries, by different companies, from different countries. The jury carefully analyzed and assessed them and selected the most promising companies. They had to achieve a specific score in order to be able to present their solutions to the jury. On a Monday between 8 and 7, like a small Hannover Messe, we looked at 22 solutions. And the jury had 11 to 12 members, and they selected the best solutions. And everyone who wanted to participate was able to participate. There were no obstacles. I hope there weren't any, but people had to make a submission, and that had to be worded understandably. So it was feasible to participate, yes. So if you think, hey, next year I would like to participate too, well, we will tell you later how exactly you could do that. And the message is you're most cordially invited to do so. So we have 22 finalists who will be presented here on stage. Mr. Gorner, thank you very much. It is impressive how the Factory Innovation Award has developed. And the Center Industry 4.0 of Potsdam University in cooperation with Berlin GITO Publishing House will be awarded. And here we have Chantal Ruppert from this publishing house. Nice to have you, Ms. Ruppert, and nice that you bring some color to our stage here. Thank you for coming. Since 1995, the GITO Publishing House has been trying to spread the best information about Industry 4.0, Smart Factory, and ERP. And Industry 4.0 has now become a well-known buzzword. But in contrast to many others, you know the origin of this concept, Industry 4.0. Please enlighten us. Well, a lot of people don't know that the concept for Industry 4.0 was invented in Germany. A lot of people from Asia don't know that, actually. And the ACATech, the German Academy of Technology Sciences, was very important in this process. Professor Gohn has been a member of this, and 3 years later, in 2011, the concept was presented for the first time to the public here at Hannover Messe, and it is only fitting that the Factory Innovation Award is now awarded here at Hannover Messe 12 years later. Thank you for this information. And who knew that Industry 4.0 is a German concept? Oh, a lot of people know it. We thought everyone here at Hannover Messe is an expert. No, thank you. That was very impressive, and we would like to start with the first category.
Die nachhaltige Fabrik. Wir freuen uns.
The sustainable factory. We are happy that there are many committed suppliers who focus on the challenges of sustainability in the manufacturing industry. It was a difficult category with very high demands, and only 2 finalists made it to the final round, and that is Monitor ERP System and ISEX, and both, including their solutions, will be presented now.
Mit über 20 Jahren an tiefgreifender Erfahrung steht ISAC.
With more than 20 years of solid experience, ISAC represents process optimization in production and industrial IoT solutions. Since 2019, ISAC has developed the worker assistance system Weasel. Weasel benefits from many years of experiences with industrial projects, and in a short period of time it has become one of the leading digital operator guidance systems in Germany. Global company in the heart of production since 1974. Higher efficiency, less waste, everything is connected, everything in one system, continuous improvement, certified according to IWPS 800, always state-of-the-art, customer focus.
Also, 2 Finalisten.
So, 2 finalists, but only 1 winner. And the winner in the Sustainable Factory category is Monitor ERP System. Congratulations. Please welcome the representative Nora Antalainen, Maria Sundin-Floyd, and Susanne Harten. Welcome. Congratulations.
Short introduction. Und damit beginnen die Glückwünsche. Es kommt auch
So, congratulations. We will have a picture taken. Mr. Gronau.
Und dann wollen wir natürlich gleich hören, was die Gewinnerinnen zu sagen haben und natürlich auch,
And we would like to hear what the winner has to say and what Mr. Gronau has to say.
Testing. Hi. Wow, thank you so much.
Wow, vielen Dank. Wir sind natürlich unglaublich stolz und geehrt, diesen Preis zu bekommen. Das ist für uns ein wichtiger Qualitätscheck, dass wir uns auf die richtigen Funktionalitäten im ERP-System konzentriert haben. Deutschland ist für uns ein sehr harter Markt mit harter Konkurrenz. Und deswegen sind wir damit sehr stolz und danken unseren Kunden. Die Zusammenarbeit mit ihnen ist wirklich von unglaublicher Bedeutung. Und das Team Monitor ist toll. Die machen immer weiter und versuchen, das absolut beste System zu schaffen. Vielen herzlichen Dank.
es freut uns natürlich sehr.
Thank you very much. We're very pleased to hear that. Mr. Grona, why did the jury decide to award the prize to Monitor? Well, Monitor offers a view of the entire supply chain and allows a comprehensive tracking of the CO2 footprint in the software, and at the same time addresses issues such as efficiency and sustainability. And the jury liked that very much. We had a very heterogeneous jury in the category. You know, the 17 sustainability goals, so we had to weigh them in our decision. So congratulations and a huge hand for our winners, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Und natürlich wollen
And
wir
of course, we also want to get to know the runners-up. Heike Focke, Managing Director of ISEX, is here, and she brought some company. Congratulations to Heike Focke, and a big hand to the runner-up. What did you bring? Well, our weasel, the ISEX weasel. So, please,
Zum Fotografieren gehen wir hin.
please accept the second prize. Congratulations.
Du musst was sagen und dann sag ich was.
so, in einem engen Rennen hat es für Platz
So it was a close race, and you came out second. But the weasel looks happy. Are you happy too? Yes, of course we are happy, because it's not so easy with a worker guidance system to actually get a good score in the sustainable factory category. For us, sustainability is not only energy efficiency. We want to help manufacturing companies to manage their value flows. And here, energy, material, information, and human beings are essential in production. Yes, and you proved that. Thank you to the jury. Thank you to my colleagues who invented the weasel and made it one of the leading worker assistance and guidance systems in Germany. And of course, we'd like to thank all our customers and partners. You can be very proud of this award, and we want to hear from Mr. Gonau what the jury liked so much about this idea. Well, we are all economic information scientists. The software architecture is characterized by interoperability. It offers data and process interfaces, so the software can be embedded into other systems. And this motivated us to give you this award. Congratulations. Congratulations to both companies, and a huge hand for them. And enjoy the party later.
Bevor wir zu der nächsten
Before we come to the next category and the other 20 finalists, we will get immersed into the environment of the doers of tomorrow, and that's in Potsdam. Welcome to the Industry 4.0 Center in Potsdam. You are in a unique research and transfer institution that has been created in recent years with funds of the federal government and private third parties. As we have a real and functioning factory, suppliers can test their new products under realistic conditions. What makes this institution so special is that many potential feasible processes and interactions can be simulated with many different machines and tools, but also with vehicles and entire factories. This makes our Center 4.0 unique. As any processes happening between people and intelligent objects can be simulated here, our facility is intensively used for experiments. For example, psychologists study how to influence the process of forgetting. Sociologists observe how people work with very intelligent machines. And economists study how to improve people's motivation for further training by financial incentives. And you can also use our laboratory in your facilities.
Also
Okay. From the video screen to our stage, here he is, Professor Gonau, together with Ms. Ruppert. And we look at the next category. Best Internet of Things solution. The finalists are TG Alpha and FactoryPal. Both companies developed impressive IoT solutions that revolutionize the manufacturing sector. Professor Gono, what were your impressions in this category? Well, we have exciting players in the market, and we saw what information science, and I talked about software, makes possible by consistently using standards for manufacturers of data integration. So making it easy to evaluate data. Heterogeneous data sources can be developed, dashboards can be created across different devices, all that based on open source technology. This really is exciting for an information scientist. Yes, and we would also like to get to know the companies. We start with TG Alpha, who bank on cybersecurity for operational technology, security IoT, and TG Alpha offers the necessary expertise for both areas and helps to implement Industry 4.0 ideas safely. And FactoryPal will show a brief video.
Ready to take your manufacturing?
Sind Sie bereit, die Produktionsleistung auf die nächste Stufe zu heben? FactoryPal ist ein Software-as-a-Service, der maschinelles Lernen und IoT-Technologie nutzt, um die OEE und Prozesseffizienz in Fabriken zu steigern. Herausforderungen wie fehlende Echtzeitinformationen und Dokumentationslücken hemmen die Produktionsleistung.
Es war eine sehr knappe Entscheidung mit einem
It was a close race, and the difference was only 12 points. The winner in the category of Best Internet of Things solution is FactoryPal GmbH. Congratulations. I welcome Nicolas Lieber of VP Solutions of FactoryPal. Welcome. First, accept the well-deserved award, and then we will briefly talk about your company.
Man hat nur zwei Hände, gell?
Super. Hier.
Unser Gewinner der Kategorie Best.
Our winner in the category Best Internet of Things Solution.
So.
Ja.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Wie fühlt sich das an?
Congratulations. What does it feel like?
Nehmen Sie das Mikro gerne ein bisschen näher zum Mund, damit alle Sie gut verstehen können. Wir gehen ein bisschen nach vorne.
Ja, ist eine tolle Anerkennung.
It's a great recognition, a great award for our innovations. And for a startup, this is not a natural thing. We are really proud for the entire company, FactoryPal. We are happy about this award. We'd like to thank our customers, particularly for the close cooperation we've had with them, for their loyalty, their trust, and their openness to venture into this new territory with artificial intelligence in connection with IoT. That's not a given, and we look forward to a bright future with lots of nice innovations we're already working on. Thank you very much for this great contributions. 12 points. It was a close race. Why did FactoryPal prevail in the end? Well, it was a close race, and we didn't tell you how many points were awarded. There were 1,000 points in total, and 12 points difference is not much. In FactoryPal, we saw the machine learning approach for optimization. We saw a lot of different types of data sensors that can directly be connected. So machine users get very precise proposals for optimization. So this was a very positive aspect. Well, so enjoy the party. You get the certificate, I get the microphone, and you have a nice evening. We see you later for the group photo. Thank you very much.
Und jetzt
And
wollen
now, of course, we want to talk to the runner-up. Managing Director Ralf Habermann from TG Alpha will join us on stage. Congratulations.
Geben Sie das Mikrofon am besten genau nochmal an Herrn Semmler.
So, es gibt noch ein Bild. Sehr gut.
Auf Platz 2 die TG Alpha.
So TG Alpha is our runner-up, and this looks good. How do you feel? I feel very, very good. Thank you to the jury for awarding us second prize. For us, we feel like winners, also if we came in second. I would like to say that you give the prize to me. I accept the prize, but I accept it for our architects that developed the Talk Inside product from an idea to such a great solution. They deserve the prize, and I would like to thank them very much for that. Professor Gonau, that was a nice statement. Well, if you ask me, I tell you why the jury awarded this prize to this company. Yes, I ask you. Okay, then I can rest assured it's a cloud solution based on standards like Amazon Web Services, has partly automated cyber security approaches, and IoT kit to ensure secure implementation of IoT projects. So we find exactly what you need these days. Okay, a great second place, you get your certificate, and see you later for the group photo. Enjoy the prize and the honor of coming up second. So congratulations to both winners. Now, some of the faces that are behind the names of the winners are already known to you. Now we would like to see the faces of the jury. We already know Mr. Goner, but we welcome Klaus Oetter. Professor Klaus Oetter is Managing Director of the VDMA Software and Digitalization Department, and he's now here on stage with us. Well, good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Otter. You have comprehensive knowledge in software development, and you also play an important role in assessing the projects. Now, we had a diverse jury with many experts in their respective fields. You see some of the faces. How extensive were the discussions behind closed doors? You can imagine that people have very strong opinions and that you have to agree. Well, people come from all kinds of different areas and disciplines, and it's not easy to achieve a joint result. And 10 hours of jury meetings is quite a long time. But we came up with good solutions and good results, and the different disciplines make it possible to award prizes like this. Well, it is a very large and diverse jury. Who was your favorite discussion partner? No, I won't answer that question. No, they were all good partners. And they all know how to present their arguments. And they are professors and there are lecturers, and they know how to present their case. And on this journey, Industry 4.0, with data economics and new business models, we're all actively involved, and that helps us make a lot of progress. Next year, we'll talk about new topics again. And what was particularly interesting was that we noticed how new technologies are being used everywhere. We talked about AI, low code was mentioned. We have to stress that in the background you find new technologies everywhere. Well, thank you very much for giving us this insight. And now we will present the other jury members.
What I like particularly about the Innovation Award is that there is a great diversity, many startups, many mid-caps, many companies, and a lot of innovation at all levels. Among the solutions presented, I particularly like the trend towards more low-code applications, because this takes out complexity out of digitization, and I like that. The level of connectivity in the market for industrial IT is very high across the board. I like the fact that the individual users do not limit themselves to the IoT machine application definitions, but rather understand the concept from the bottom up, as it were. I like that particularly. There are now many providers on the market who have also developed their applications in the direction of microservices, and I simply hope that manufacturing acts will also give rise to industrial app stores where microservices will later appear. For me, it was particularly impressive to see that there are also companies that are on the move in the area of sustainability, and I hope that the award-winning companies will also serve as inspiration for others and contribute to further advancing the manufacturing industry in this area. In the digital transformation of the factory, we've seen that platform approaches are at the very center of the digital factory. Well, sustainability and resilience have multiple aspects. It's not just the CO2 footprint or security approaches, it's much more than that. And you could see that in all of the software projects that were submitted. The sustainable factory, well, it's good that the topic is now risen to form a separate category, that there are providers who have dedicated themselves to this highly relevant task and that corresponding products are already available. In the digital transformation of the factory, we've seen that manufacturing companies are tackling their own problems and developing their own software, and I like that a lot. The Factory Innovation Awards have once again brought together concentrated expertise for the smart factory, and that makes me excited time and again. So the jury is excited to see what's been submitted, and well, it seems like they engaged in lively discussions about the submissions. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the next few categories. Manufacturing, BI and analytics. This is about solutions which help companies improve their manufacturing processes, better understand and optimize their manufacturing processes. Here's the finalists: Exit, AEG, Stiva, AMS, and Persil Analytics. Professor Gruner, what was your impression of this particular category? Well, it all started a couple of years ago, analytics, that is. And at the time, you could be led to think that, well, you know, there's green shoots, as it were, in a number of areas. And now, looking at the submissions, we could see that analytics is mainstream now. We all can now use analytics, and AI, of course, plays a role here too. But we have to take a closer look at the application, at the problem at hand, to work out the right kind of solutions, and this is exactly what the participants in this category are doing. Absolutely. So let's take a closer look at them. Start with Exit and Stiva. We've prepared a video for these two companies.
When it comes to production planning, there are two challenges that always have to be overcome. The first is the vast number of possible combinations from which you have to choose the best one. And on top of that, we have inventory, we have deadlines that have to be met, orders. Secondly, we have completely different data landscapes that we encounter. And that means you have to address relational databases, you have to read in Excel files, and you have to be able to incorporate people's knowledge too, because experience also plays a very important role in production planning.
Und dann haben wir natürlich noch Posel Analytics.
And then, of course, there's Posel Analytics. Posel Analytics is a startup that especially focuses on helping companies implement data-driven business models. And instead of a video, I'd like to tell you a short anecdote. The first response of a customer on the establishment of the company was, well, you're going to build a moon landing shuttle and you can't even walk by foot. Is that true? Well, today there's more than 40 members of staff and dozens of implemented platforms and projects on. We know that building a moon landing shuttle was the easiest exercise. And to stay with the image, I'd like, together with you, to find out who will be the first to arrive on Mars and win the award. It's time to announce the category winner, manufacturing, BI and analytics. The prize goes to Exceed AG. Congratulations, Markus Kessler, head of data science, has come to us. Congratulations, wow, you're so tall. This is your award. And you're accepting it on behalf of your colleagues. You're going to have your photo taken. It looks great.
So, ich gebe schon einmal das Mikrofon.
Right, may I give you the microphone? First place, great. What else? I mean, thank you for thanking us, but what else can you tell us? How difficult was it? Did you anticipate this happening? What was it like for you? No, we did not at all that this would happen, especially during the pitch when we saw our competitors and we saw how strong they were. We knew, well, we have to really make a huge effort, but I'm very happy and hopefully we've been able to show a number of good examples of innovation to the jury, and on behalf of GITO, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank ETOPS Group, but I'd also like to KG AG, who are our biggest customer. Thank you for the patience that you've had in dealing with us. Absolutely, and it's been good enough for coming in first. Why is it, Mr. Groner, that you decided to go for Exceed? Well, not because of the cookies that I would have loved to eat, admittedly, rather because of the appealing presentation, the way you've showed your solution, a beautiful presentation, open standards, and that, of course, allows customers to flexibilize their manufacturing processes and evaluate them. And that was what did for us to decide for Exceed AG. Once again, congratulations. You got the certificate, I got the mic. Enjoy and see you later at the party. A big hand for Exceed, ladies and gentlemen.
Und wie es sich gehört, wollen wir auch die Zweitplatzierten ehren.
And of course, we will also pay tribute to the runners-up, Stiva Ers, Michael Meisel, and for Posel Analytics, Helge Klössendorf and Ms. Reismüller. Welcome.
Bleiben die Preise.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Congratulations.
Alles wunderbar.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Bitte einmal hier in die Mitte.
Congratulations. Please do come to the center of the stage.
Zweimal hier, zweimal Posel, einmal Spiel.
Super, alle wieder
Einen Schritt nach vorne und lächeln.
Now, please smile. Thank you.
So, ich gebe mal das Mikro schon.
Right, I'd like to give you the mic, but we will start with Mr. Gronau and Stiva. So, what convinced you? What was so convincing about Stiva? Well, deep analysis, possibilities, and process data allows people or customers to derive new findings from these data without having to engage in programming efforts. Kind words, isn't that a good introduction to the evening? Definitely, and I'd also like to thank you on behalf of the entire development team, 160 people, that is, from Austria. I also want to thank our customers that in part have been driving us for more than 30 years to keep developing our software. Industry 4.0 was once born in Germany, as I learned today. We've been dealing with that for 30 years, and that's why we're very happy to receive this award. Thank you very much. We'd also like to thank you, and we will now move on to Posel Analytics, Mr. Gronau. Well, space is my pet topic, as some of you will know, but this is not what it did for us in this case. the data collection platform with the analysis toolbox and the availability of REST API sensors that can be connected provide users or customers with a flexible and comprehensive solution to optimize production. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here together with Melissa to receive the prize for Precision Analytics. I'd like to thank the entire team to be able to be standing here today to be receiving this award. It is very gratifying, and the whole company appreciates this a lot. It shows that we're moving in the right direction. Thanks goes to the team. That's thanks to your efforts. If you want to find out more about us, come to Hall 9 opposite Siemens. We've got a lot of documents there. And if you want to know what you can do with OEE, what you can do, how you can make money and earn money or save money using data, we are there to help you. Thank you, and all the best for the future. Congratulations to the runners-up.
Überlegen Sie vielleicht auch, jetzt wo Sie es sehen, Mensch.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel like you have a good idea yourself, and if you feel like you want to contribute to the award, you might as well do so. And I'm going to give you a cheat code if you wish, because now what we're going to do before we move on to the next category, let's take a look behind the scenes and look at the questions that the jury members put to the finalists.
As they said, what's it based on? They can map all the individual processes. What kind of motivational method or language is behind that? And how can you involve development departments for enhancement? And how are access rights regulated? Can you say something about that? What practical experience have you already had with Scope 3? And can you report a bit about that? Application-oriented. What's the entry number that you have to create in order to have the first small installation in the plant so that you can start experimenting with it? The modules actually indicate that there is something like a release policy. Is there one? Are there release cycles? How does that play out? It's a really interesting solution, really nicely modular. The only thing that bothers me a little bit about it is SAP. Do you have the option of integrating other ERP systems? After all, we're in the Industry 4.0 in practice category here. It's not Industry 4.0 in a Lego kit. I would have liked to see a real company there now. How do you deal with, let's say, cautious customers who are afraid that their data will somehow end up on the internet? The question is, where does it end up? Who takes it? This conservatism about this platform use. I understood the customer benefit, I understood the USP, but now I have an existing ERP system. I want to become more sustainable. Now, what we don't want is to purchase a new system. So now with regard to the competition, do you think that the other ERP system manufacturers, software providers will also integrate such subjects in the medium term? And where do you think you will be then in the medium term?
Well, it's these questions and more that had to be answered. And I can tell you that many of the finalists were in a position to do so, which is why they've been nominated. This gets us to the next category, which is a factory software platform. Here we are paying tribute or recognizing companies that have done extraordinary platform work, providing solutions to drive digitization of manufacturing companies. Here's the nominees: PSI Automotive and Industry, SQL Project, and GTT Gesellschaft für Technologietransfer. Mr. Gronau, can you say a few words on this category? Finally, platform issues have arrived at the shop floor level. After all, we are seeing what the advantages of multi-site platforms are within a production context. What we realized during our work was that especially the platforms that we looked at are very high-performing indeed. Why? Because they are using open standards, which allows them to gain traction on the ground quickly in terms of productivity and value creation. So it's fair to say that based on the information that I have, it's all going towards factory software because, you know, the gap was only 3 points between the winner and the runner-up.
Die SQL Project.
SQL Project AG. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Stefan Hennig and Jürgen Kramer. Congratulations. Connect, automate, scale. Congratulations.
Hier nach vorne. Lächeln.
So, herzlichen Glückwunsch. Ihr bleibt noch ein bisschen
Congratulations. Please do stay on. Please move to the front. And I would like to ask Mr. Kroner to tell you why there was this narrow gap of 3 points, why you just made it across the finishing line to be number one. Now, what the jury liked was your focus on intensive customer care, focus on reducing IT and operating costs, with a view to a digital transformation, which is what you want to speed up, after all, and this is what we liked a lot about your solution. And I'm also looking into happy faces, and this is why I'd like to ask you to say something different from what you usually do in your day-to-day work. That you have to actually talk about it. What does it feel like? You know, just 3 points made the difference. Shows you that your competitors are also very strong. Yes, of course, we know that our competitors are very strong too, and it was a challenge to also look after the application in addition to the day-to-day work. So challenges is probably the right word. This is what aptly described our day-to-day work, and close customer relationships, customer care is what we're good at, and this is why we've ended up standing on this stage today. So I'd like to thank the jury for the positive feedback we've received. We've, practiced customer focus for many, many years, and this is why we're here today. Thank you, and once again, congratulations.
Und nun machen wir dasselbe Spiel natürlich nochmal.
Now we're going to do the same thing again. This time around, looking at the runner-up. Karl Dröger from PSI Automotive and the Managing Director, Friedhelm News for GTT, Gesellschaft für Technologie. Welcome, gentlemen.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Congratulations, congratulations. Please do come to the center stage.
Das ist schon für PSI hier. Das ist jetzt nicht.
That's the one for PSI. Okay, you are the PSI representative. Great.
So, und während wir uns jetzt hier zusammenfinden,
Right.
kurz, dass Sie gleich noch das Mikrofon in die Hand
Please do prepare yourselves for a few speech. We're going to give you the microphone in a minute, because here is the first surprise this afternoon, this evening. Because of the architecture, the jury was particularly impressed, and this is why we're handing out a special prize for the viability of the architecture. And we are talking about PSI Automotive and Industry. Congratulations. So there is a special award after all. Ladies and gentlemen, this deserves a big hand.
PSI Automotive. Und da wollen wir
PSI Automotive. Getting difficult to carry everything at the same time. We're happy to lend a hand. Now, Professor Groner, can you tell us what convinced the jury about PSI's product so as to bestow a special award upon them? Well, we felt that good ideas should be duly rewarded in this competition. PSI is a household name. Everybody is familiar with their system. They have an app store. They have a collaboration space. They are multi-cloud capable, which makes for huge flexibility. Sufficient flexibility so that customers can successfully digitize their manufacturing processes. And that's an architecture that the jury liked very much. So, Mr. Droger, you can see that you're never safe when you come to this place. There's always a risk you might win a special prize. What does it feel like? Well, we've known one another for quite some time, and Mr. Kroner, why you always have to be prepared for a surprise? I'd like to thank you for both, because being amongst the finalists is a value in itself, and receiving the special prize for the architecture on top, and your recognition of our app store, of our deployment services, etc., well, confirms us that we're moving in the right direction. So we're going to continue going down that road, and I'd like to thank you for that. Thanks also from us. Let's now move on to GTT. Professor Gronow, why was GTT so convincing in your eyes? Well, speed of development was what we were impressed by, using low code and integrated documentation options. So these two things together mean that staff turnover doesn't lead to a lot of loss of knowledge, and we think that that's a good and valuable feature. What would you like to respond to that? It's great to have you here on stage. What does it feel like? Well, of course, I would have preferred to be a number one. I've been waiting for a statement like this all evening long. Great, thank you very much. Like that, because, you know, it's about competition after all. But then let me remind you, we were the winner in 2019, so we are not that disappointed. And we've been awarded before. So perhaps, you know, it might be a good idea to run for the title again next time round. Of course, as long as we keep winning, that's okay. Like it. Thank you very much. Congratulations once again. Congratulations to the three companies, and here is your applause. Thank you again.
Schön, Herr Gruner, da habe ich die ganze Zeit drauf gewartet, dass...
Well, Mr. Gruner, I've been waiting for this all the time. Well, it's nice, but of course I would have liked to be number one. I like if people are honest. I talked to a lot of them before, and I told them not to say that phrase. I didn't manage to get in touch with him. No, I'm just joking. Perfectly fine, no problem at all. Let's briefly talk about the highlights. The highlights that you came across during the selection process and that you have a good recollection of. Perhaps you can talk us through what the highlights were. So what I like particular, looking at the market and looking at the competitors, I must say that manufacturing companies that create value by manufacturing parts are now taking matters in their own hands in terms of IT. They're investing in IT, in software, in members of staff that can do that, and they develop their own in-house software. We're going to see more of that later. These are the companies, well, the companies that apply software are also the ones that produce software, and as we saw in the example of Stiva, they also sell it to other market participants. I think that's an interesting trend. I think it's great that something like this is possible. Companies building their own tailor-made software. And in order not to fall back to the real bad times with isolated solutions, which was the case in the past, we have to use open standards, low code, no code, and then it's going to work just fine. We briefly spoke about Industry 4.0, a German concept. Can you comment on that? Well, I guess you will remember my critical question from the jury interviews. And I said that real Industry 4.0 solutions were shown in practice, and I like that a lot. The Industry 4.0 hype is over. Now it's about getting the implementation done, wherever we see a competition opportunity or where the problem is just too big, and this is where digital transformation in production can make a real difference. So a lot of things outstanding to be tackled in the future. Why should companies come back and attend or participate in the competition next year? Of course, because they want to be standing on stage. That's one benefit, but that's not the only one. The award sends out a certain signal because it suggests, hey, there's something that differentiates a solution or a product from other ones, a unique selling proposition. So it's good for marketing purposes. And on top of that, you get a lot of feedback from the jury, and you saw the jury, you listened to their questions. It was hard work also for the participants, but it can help you improve your product after all. In addition to increased visibility, what are the other benefits? Well, if the participants agree. We look at their documents that they've submitted and sometimes tell them, well, it would be a good idea to develop further in that direction, or why don't you take a closer look here? Because what we really want to do is to foster an exchange of best practices and ideas. And so far, I think it's fair to say that we've done a pretty good job. I agree. Thank you very much. Thank you for this first assessment. Having said that, let's continue with the next category. The resilient factory. This is about being able to respond to disruptions quickly, especially in times of COVID and unstable supply chains, and this is inevitable. The consequence of this is low transparency and enormous additional work for employees. Employees need simple, intuitive support. A connected worker platform helps to focus on the important tasks at hand. Testing and final inspection, in repairing a machine or in maintenance. Since the foundation of Operations 1, our mission has been to empower all members of staff on this shop floor, to increase operational excellence of companies and to ensure the viability in production.
Und das sind die drei.
And these are the three nominees. Operations 1, Sofeco, and Software for Production. In the category of the Resilient Factory, the award, with a very small lead, goes to Software for Production. Congratulations, Joachim Berlach and Benjamin Löffler.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Bitte mal nach vorne für das Foto. So, lächeln, lächeln, lächeln. Super. Nee, jetzt darf ich was sagen.
Herr Professor Gronau.
Professor Gronau, once again, a very, very close race. What was most convincing for the jury? Well, in software for production, OpenAI is integrated. It's a broad application platform that's available for that. There's a library for code proposals. And of course, this helps manufacturing companies adapt quickly. So that's the idea of resilience. And of course, we want to hear a couple of remarks from the winners. Well, first of all, we'd like to say thank you. After 2018, 2019, 20, and then 2 years of Corona, it was a real big honor and a lot of fun to participate here. We'd like to thank our team, the entire team, our families and partners that this year don't have much work-life balance to make all this possible. And then we'd like to thank our customers that helped us build these solutions, and we'd like to thank the jury, the GITO Publishing House, for giving us the opportunity to make this presentation here, and we're looking forward to next year. And at some point in time, we can actually be a participant in our special field, that is real-time production planning. Okay, we're looking forward to that. Thank you very much. Congratulations to the winners.
Und wir gratulieren natürlich.
And we'd also like to congratulate the two runners-up here on stage, Suffolco, Harold Wenger, Sophia Brown, and Sarah Blomeyer, and Operations 1 with co-founder and CEO Benjamin Bruckmann. Welcome.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch, herzlichen Glückwunsch, herzlichen Glückwunsch, herzlichen Glückwunsch. Einmal. So, ein bisschen nach vorne, ein bisschen zusammengerutscht und lächeln. So. Super, alle noch stehen bleiben bitte. Niemand verlässt den Saal.
So, da sind wir wieder. Herr
Okay, we're back. Mr. Gronau, Sofiko, what were the strengths of their pitch? Well, the connection of all actuators in the company, all players, horizontally, vertically, connecting all manufacturing execution systems, everyone there, and then the brownfield, that is older systems and retrofitting them. That's what we thought was so thrilling. Thank you. Yes, and we want to hear from you about that. There are three of you up here. You can decide who's going to speak. Well, first of all, thank you for that award. First time here in one of the finalists, and next time maybe we can lead. But apart from that, I'd like to ask my charming colleague to speak. Well, thank you to the members of the jury, and thanks to everyone involved with the Factory Innovation Award. We're very proud of being nominated for this Resilient Factory Award, and now being finalists, taking this award home. That's going to be given a very special place of honor at our company in Augsburg, and it's a motivation. It's going to prompt us to continue to be innovative, and we want to continue to make sure that manufacturing becomes more resilient and disruptions can be overcome more easily in the future. And thanks to our entire team, Suffolco GmbH, because without them it wouldn't have been possible. So the award is actually for all of you, to everyone in our team. So thanks to everyone, and have a great time here at the trade show. Thank you. Very nice words. Thank you. And you can now pass the microphone on, because Operations 1 is here too, and we want to hear from Mr. Gronau what their strengths were. Yes, Operations 1, they have a very strong cloud-based architecture and software as a service solution, and it's constantly evolving, and as a result, it increases resilience. Mr. Buckman, that must sound nice. Yes, it does sound very nice. Thank you. Thanks to the jury. I'm happy for the company, Operations 1, and for our team to be able to be here, to be up on stage here. We began 5 years ago, a long time ago, we began with looking at checklists and work instructions, and a lot of people first yawned and said, oh, that's a boring thing to do. But then we were able to explain to people that we want to bring factory knowledge into the clouds, and we've done this successfully in the past few years, and now we have about 60 employees. And I'd like to thank everyone once again for this award today. Great, so you're not alone here today. You brought your colleagues along, and you can have a toast with them. Yes, a few are here. Great, have a lot of fun. A big hand for our runners-up. And now we're going to move on to the next category, the second biggest category, digital transformation of the factory. And in this category, we are going to be again granting awards to companies that develop solutions in order to help manufacturing companies transform to Industry 4.0 and digitize and automate their processes and support them in this. Mr. Gronau, this is the second biggest category. What do you have to say about that? Well, these companies are really developing their own solutions to solve their own problems, as I mentioned, and it's a great combination of open source that we looked at, libraries, solutions that are already there, so that they can derive from them their own applications. That's the key, and that helps with digital transformation. Yes, and of course, we want to have a look at the 4 finalists. You can see that since it was such a big category, we had a higher number of finalists. We have Rapid Fracture, KMAX Tools and Equipment, EXOR Germany, EXOR Deutschland, and the Fraunhofer Institute for Experimental Software Engineering. And here we have some more videos for you.
Und wie es scheint, haben wir mit den Videos...
It looks like we have a little bit of a problem with the videos. Let's have a look and see whether they're going to be played. Apparently not, so we will have to continue. We'd like to know who won, and we'd like to talk about these companies in greater detail up on stage. In the category of the digital transformation of the factory, the first place award goes to, there they are, KMAX Tools and Equipment. Congratulations, Mr. Helgers, Mr. Eppelbrun, Mr. Kettel, Mr. Schenk, Mr. Gansert, and Mr. Klug. Stage is going to fill up here. Congratulations, congratulations. Please come on over to the middle of the stage and toward the front.
Alle in eine Reihe am besten. Schön stehen bleiben, nicht weggehen.
Super. Mensch, jetzt haben wir auf jeden Fall diese...
Okay, well, the situation now is that we have enough hands here for certificates, trophies, and the microphone. So you can decide who's going to say something now. In the meantime, I'd like to hear from Mr. Gronau why, ultimately, they selected KMAX. What was the crucial thing where they said, okay, this is the first place award winners? Well, KMAX is a user. They don't produce software, rather they produce tools. They're a tool-making company, tools for special fasteners. And as we all know, tool-making is a long and tedious business, and KMAX has succeeded in using software to go from 8 days to 8 hours for the production of a tool. Or 8 weeks, rather, to 8 hours, and I thought that was amazing, remarkable, fully automated process, and a wonderful presentation of the solution to the jury, and the transformation here was a great success. So KMAX can be really proud of being the winners in this category. We have renowned competitors, and we'd like to encourage you to continue with that innovative solution. Yes, definitely, and if you can shorten times like that, you have then time for other things like celebrating. So how proud of you are you of that achievement? Well, first of all, thanks to the jury for the opportunity to participate. And of course, we're going to go celebrate, have something to drink. But first of all, I'd like to say my thanks go to KMAX and Mr. Genseit for giving us an opportunity as a hybrid team consisting of mechanical engineers and software developers to come up with a solution like this. So thank you very, very much to my team, too, to my guys. Thank you. Thanks for doing that with me and with us and being such a great success there. That's it. Nothing left to say. Thank you. We'd like to say thank you and enjoy the evening then. Now, the 3 runners-up on stage. Please give Marco Schulze and Felix Wittmeier a big hand. Rapid Fracture, Udo Richter, EXOR Germany, and Mr. Frank Schnicke for the Fraunhofer Institute for Experimental Software and Engineering. Welcome. Congratulations. Fraunhofer Institute.
So weiter rüber, nach vorne. Nach vorne, gut, nach vorne, so. Und lächeln, lächeln. stehen bleiben. Alle bleiben stehen. Niemand verlässt die Bühne.
So, und man hat ja
Well, this was the Factory Innovation Award ceremony, and as you know, there's always a surprise, like we have now, because there's a special award for one of the runners-up. One of the finalists said that the jury said that the interfaces in the software were very impressive, and they get a special award for interoperability. Congratulations to Udo Richter and Exor. That ought to be worth a big hand.
Herr Richter,
Mr. Richter, so I'll give you the microphone now, and you can start preparing for what you're going to say. But Mr. Gronau, Exor with their special award, that's a great thing. How did that happen? Well, interoperability, that's extremely important because in production, we've always got to deal with different systems, different vendors, and here we've got state-of-the-art interfaces and support for nearly 200 protocols used in industry, and that really is a great approach for interoperability and thus the digital transformation in manufacturing. Mr. Richter, how does that feel? Maybe initially you said, oh, it's a runner-up award, and now basically I am going to get a first-place award. So you had time for your pitch, you had a challenge, things went well, and then things are kind of difficult. So there was a lot of up and down, right? Yes, there is a lot of up and down. That's the case. I'm very surprised now, of course. And you're very right there. Interoperability up into systems too, not just at the field level, is extremely important. We're at the beginning of digitization, and we have a lot of brownfield applications, and they have to be connected up too. And we've done this in our own factory, and of course, we do that for our customers as our daily bread. Thank you. Thank you for those nice words. Now, go ahead and pass the microphone on, because we have to say that all of the runners-up did a great job. And we'll continue with Rapid Facture. Mr. Gronau. Well, with Rapid Facture, here we like the end-to-end digital process from sales on through to production and logistics, and this can make the performance of manufacturing companies better too. Yes, thank you. We're happy to be here to get this award today. First of all, we'd like to thank our employees that are watching us live. We'd like to thank our great customers, and Bernhard Römer, one of our owners, who's now developing for customers, and we're going to be back again next year, and we'll bring the prize, the award, home to Munich. Thank you. I'll take the microphone here because we have the Fraunhofer Institute too, and Mr. Gronau would like to say something about that too. Well, first of all, I'd like to make a disclaimer. We had a representative of the Fraunhofer Institute on the jury, and of course, as is appropriate, he did not vote when it came to a category with Fraunhofer, so that there was impartiality there. What do we like about the solution here? Well, you have a very tightly meshed partner and customer network. You benefit from both, and it's an innovative solution, as we would expect from Fraunhofer. Yes, we'd like to hear that. Thank you. So here I'd like to, first of all, thank our great team that helped us out. I'm very happy to participate here for the first time and be up on stage right away. It's a great success, and I'm looking forward to the next time, and maybe then we will be the award winner. Thank you. We'll see. Thank you, and let's give our runners-up a big hand, and also the winner of our special award.
Ich muss sagen, Herr Gronau,
I've got to say, Mr. Gronau, it's really fun. I could go on with 8 more categories, but unfortunately, we're going to now move on to the last category. And that, of course, is the biggest category at this year's Factory Innovation Awards, Industry 4.0 in practice. And in this category, we're going to concentrate on implementation and application of Industry 4.0 solutions in the real production environment. The 5 finalists will be presented to you in a minute. First of all, I'd like to hear from you, Mr. Gronau, what you notice most in this hard-fought category. Well, at long last, real practical solutions for Industry 4.0, not just data applications and collecting data, but actually produce and configure your own applications. The customer can put together their own apps and interfaces, customer interfaces together, and we can see evolutionary progress. Comex, you just saw, they didn't do it in 3 days. They got there step by step. And the vendors we see here and the participants, they really show what can be done in actual practice already with Industry 4.0. Let me mention these: Membrane and Goma Contact Software, German Edge Cloud, and the Fraunhofer Institute for Production Technology.
Obwohl ein Video kommt.
Wir schauen mal.
Is there going to be a video? We'll have to wait and see. That's the running gag, I guess.
Hinter uns läuft auf jeden Fall schon etwas.
There's something going on up on the screen there from Ngomo. We'll see if we can get the sound. Yes, the audio would be great too.
Vielleicht ist das ohne Ton. Hier wird ein bisschen gecodet.
Maybe it's without audio. Can you tell us a little bit about this? You're probably seeing it for the first time. Well, I can describe what I'm seeing here. Okay, well, that's two of us.
Jetzt ist der Ton da.
Wo es für den Anwendungsfall Sinn macht.
With Ngomo, you can create individual apps for all areas of your company: production, warehouse, sales, or customer service. And you can design the digital future of your company. Simple, just do it, ready. With Ngomo.
Die Ereignisse der letzten Jahre haben deutlich gezeigt, dass aktuelle
Events of past years have shown that current production systems and their control software are not flexible enough to adapt quickly to the demands that are constantly changing. Whenever production chains have to be flexible because different variants and different products are produced, the machine availability might vary. Then COPE creates additional value for our customers. COPE has 4 core tasks. The software monitors and controls all the machines in the building, picks up data, and creates transparency. We use integrated optimization algorithms for reducing throughput time.
Ngomo setzt auf bestehenden Enterprise-Systemen auf. Dazu integrieren wir über
Nein, das waren alle Finalisten und die stehen jetzt auch schon da bereit. Und ich möchte eins vorwegnehmen.
That was the 4 finalists, the runners-up, and let me say, well, the 5 finalists, and if it were the Oscars, it would be the best award for the best film. And we're talking here about reality, not fantasy. That's the difference. Now, we're going to pay our respect to all of these companies and even the runners-up. So let me say ahead of time let's give all of our finalists a great big hand. A great job you did there. Now, after we hear from the jury, we will, well, according to the jury, the winner was only 4 points ahead. And the winner in this category of the Factory Innovation Award for 2023 is
the German Edge Cloud.
The German Edge Cloud. Congratulations, Andreas Servas and Stefan Radke.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Einmal nach vorne in die Mitte. Weiter nach vorne in die Mitte. Lächeln. 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 Ja, super.
Vielen Dank, Herr Gronau.
Thank you very much. Mr. Gronau, the winner in the top category has been announced. What was crucial in your decision? Well, what we most liked here was the combination of infrastructure, platform, and applications for the factory, together with the seamless cooperation between cloud and edge and high-performance capability for Industry 4.0 applications. Well, first of all, we would like to say it's a great honor to receive this award. We, of course, are proud but also grateful for receiving this award. Why? Because we're a very young, innovative company. And we have Professor Loh, who is the owner, and he's going to go along this long path with us. He wants to really support Industry 4.0. It's close to his heart, as we all know. Another thing is important, though, too. It's a young team. This young team is building together with us an architecture, a solution that does not exist anywhere else. It's brand new. It's very innovative. And the effort that's got to go into this is really something that we can praise. So I'd like to say thank you very, very much to everyone in the company and to our customers and our partners that have been supporting us, too. Thank you very, very, very much. And we'd like to thank you for participating. Let's give our winners a big hand. And we'll see you back in a minute for a group picture with all the participants. Now we'd like to ask you to go off because we have the runners-up. We'd like to welcome to Kilian Beckle for contact software, Nils Vollhaber for membrane, Kerstin Stier and Fabian Altenberg for Engomo, and Simon Hort for Mr. Matthews for the Fraunhofer Institute.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Kontakt?
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Bitte.
Nur in die Mitte und nach vorne. Und nehmt euch die passenden Urkunden, bitte. Also nur die passenden, bitte, ja. So, alle noch einen Schritt nach vorne, enger zusammenrücken, damit wir hier... Und lächeln dabei, bitte. Dynamisch wirken, genau. Super, noch alle stehen bleiben, niemand verlässt hier die Bühne.
So, und vielen Dank für die Korrektur. Also in
And thank you for correcting me. Mr. Stier is here on behalf of Ms. Stier. Thank you for correcting me there. And now we want to have a look at these companies. Mr. Gronau, we maybe have another surprise. Should we begin with the surprise? Yes, I think we should. Because here, too, we have a special award that has been granted. One of the finalists has an R&D performance that was quite impressive. They get a special award for R&D. Well, congratulations to Contact.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Noch eins. Genau.
Ja, Eine Hand kann ich Ihnen jetzt nicht mehr geben, aber ich kann Ihnen
I
trotzdem...
can't shake your hand because you haven't them both full, but I can tell you why Contact has been granted this special award. It was to document that it is worthwhile in this country here to invest in research and development. And in particular, we'd like to say to the German ministries that it makes sense to have these research projects because it really does enhance competitiveness, it does enhance innovativeness, and it creates jobs here in Germany. Congratulations. Yes, thank you. Thank you on behalf of the entire team. Now, we just heard about the research department in our company, and let me say this. The jury saw our pitch. If you haven't seen it, it was about the asset administration shell and a concrete research project. Now we put the AAS into our project. If you want to look at this in reality, you can come tomorrow or the day after and see us in Hall 17. Our booth is something you can't miss, so we'd like to invite all of you to come see us. Thank you. Pass the microphone on, because next we'll hear from Membrane, Mr. Gronau. Yes, Membrane, quick configuration, high level of flexibility, and therefore Membrane achieves quick and seamless transformation from Industry 3.0 to Industry 4.0, and therefore makes a contribution to the further development of the manufacturing industry. Thank you. Great summary. Thank you. So first of all, once again, thanks to everyone here. And it's really a privilege to be here in this competition, the top award, as you said. And we go from the shop floor to the ERP system, strategic to operational. We digitized everything there and in between, and we're very happy to get this award for that. We'd like to say thanks to you, and we'll now look to Engomo. Well, what did we like about Engomo? The agile approach, compatibility with all end-user devices, and automated data transmission. This made Engomo a strong player in Industry 4.0. Yes, we too would like to say thank you. Thank you for this wonderful recognition. A recognition that confirms that what we're doing every day is the right way to go. Because with our digitization platform, we make it possible for SMEs to digitize on the shop floor, and customers then can digitize their manufacturing and move forward. And I'd like to say thanks to our team that is constantly evolving this platform and contributing to our success. Yes, and we will end up here with Fraunhofer Institute. Mr. Gunov. Yes, COPE. That solution was mentioned briefly in the video, but there are also integration approaches via COPE. There's a broad range of interfaces, and therefore the Fraunhofer Institute is making an important contribution for interconnecting machines and systems in manufacturing. Thank you. Wow, it's nice to be up here. It's nice to get this award. Thanks to the jury. And our thanks, of course, go to our entire team. We're a young, dynamic team consisting of scientists, engineers, and software developers. And we've been around now for 10 years. And 10 years ago, we said it's our job to use ideas and concepts from Industry 4.0 and implement them in actual practice on the shop floor. And here we have marketable software, COPE, and a lot of satisfied customers. It's just crazy. It's great. I'm very happy about it. And this award is another milestone. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for your great performance. It was great to have you here and have a lot of fun now. I'd like to say thanks to Mr. Gronau.
Thank you to Ms. Ruppert from GITO Publishing. It was a great award ceremony. We see you in a minute, and I would like to thank you very much here on stage. And again, we would like to congratulate all participants in all categories, and I would like to stress that also companies who came up second offered a great performance. This is the interplay of all players that drives Industry 4.0 and helps us to design a sustainable and successful future together. Some information at the end. Who would like to know who the winner were and why? All the information about the Factory Innovation Award will be published in the next issue of Factory Innovation. By the way, you find a copy of it on your chair. and all participants have an opportunity to get their assessment and evaluation. Contact Marcel Panzer or Chantal Ruppert from GITO Publishing House, and after the competition is before the next competition. So in February 2024, you will have to hand in your submissions, and there is also contribution and competition for ERP systems in September, and the deadline for registration ends on 1st of May 2023. Now I'd like to thank all the actors from Factory Innovation Award. I'd like to thank all the jury members who, with their expertise and their commitment, made a great contribution to the success of the Factory Innovation Award. I should like to thank the project head, Marcel Panzer, of the Industry 4.0 Center, the employees of GITO Publishing House, particularly Cosmin Cordorache, Björn Karich, Ute Baltes, and Andrea Wollweber. And we look forward to welcoming you again next year on the occasion of the Factory Innovation Award 2024. And until then, enjoy Hannover Messe, and thank you for coming. Have a good evening. Now I ask all the winners to come up on stage again for a group photo with Mr. Gonau and Ms. Ruppert.
All winners, please come to the stage for one group photo. Sorry, es wird mit dem